Hey everyone, I'm Jennifer. Thanks so much for stopping the scroll. Today I'm sitting down with Melissia LeDesma from Women of Martech. Melissa, let's just jump right in. I wonder if you could tell everybody a little bit about your organization.
Yes, Jennifer, thank you so much. So Women of Martech is just over 2 years old. We officially launched in April of 2020 during the height of a global pandemic. No big deal, not like that affected anyone in any way. And when we launched, at the time, it was a conversation that happened between the former CMO and the CEO of Digital Media Solutions, male executive, female executive. And during that conversation, something came up along the lines of, there are so few women in the C-suite that when you look at some of these really exclusive CEO only type of events, invitation only style events, it's so recognizable that there are few, if any, women at the table. And a lot of that is not just because of a socioeconomic type of challenge. A lot of it is a math problem, right? There is a incredible number of women at the entry level. When you talk about the marketing, the technology, the MarTech industries, when you look at the entry level, women make up nearly a majority of that employee base. But conversely, when you look at the executive level in the C-suite, they make up the greatest minority. So what we really have is a math problem. And the conversation started, okay, well, what can we do to help to promote and amplify women? Because we believe that in order to increase the percentage of women in leadership roles and increase the percentage of women in executive roles, there's 4 key things that a woman really needs. She needs sponsorship, mentorship, visibility, and recognition. In many cases, not every woman at every stage of her career, at every stage of her company, has access to the types of things that will allow her to have visibility, recognition, sponsorship, and mentorship. So we created Women of Martech with a very simple mission. We wanted to promote and amplify the achievements, recognitions, innovations, and contributions of women in marketing, technology, and in MarTech. So you can tell that our organization is very, very broad, but we wanted to keep it broad for that reason, because we recognize that if we kept the organization narrow, what we would ultimately be doing is creating these silos that would prevent women from other sides of the aisle from working together. So our organization, in less than 2 years, with $0 spent on advertising, we have never spent a single dollar on advertising, has over 1,300 members in 22 countries.
Wow, that's incredible.
Thank you. We're very proud. Yes, so the organization has definitely grown very quickly. When we first launched, we had a goal of 250 members in a calendar year. We had 242 members in 37 days. But that's where, again, we've stayed absolutely committed to the mission to promote and amplify. We have a number of programs, resources, and initiatives that are immediately available to our members for exactly that. So it can almost sound as if we are very focused on the self. But the truth is we are, because if we're not giving women the opportunity for that recognition, that visibility, to find and identify opportunities for mentorship and sponsorship, we're not doing anything to contribute positively to our mission. And that mission connects back to that organic math problem that I was describing earlier. So it has been a very exciting time for us. And what has been even more rewarding is in growing our membership to over 1,300 members in 22 countries, representing everyone from Peloton, Amazon, Hilton, American Airlines, Calvin Klein, through to your really concrete technologies like Salesforce, Marketo, HubSpot, and then even within the digital marketing lead generation industries where you have the Jornayas, the Active Prospects, Digital Media Solutions, Fluent, and a long list of other companies. And many of these companies wouldn't have naturally had relationships prior or an opportunity to connect with each other prior, but it really is at its core about promoting and amplifying every single woman, no matter if she is a student about to launch her career, or if she has been in the industry for 25 years and she's still saying, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, but I know I want to be something great. That's what Women of Martech is here to support and amplify. And 2 of our members have created their own initiatives. And what's so exciting for us is that because of our size and our scope, and
Mhm.
because we are part of a much larger not-for-profit trade association, the PACE Association, the Professional Association for Customer Engagement, that gives us a platform to continue to launch and amplify their efforts as well. Those two organizations being Link Unite
Mhm.
and Queens of Pay Per Call.
Oh, nice. That's so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing about that. So
Of
you
course.
kind of talked about how you are, pretty open. Is there any criteria for membership for the group?
Yes. So we do have a few very, very simple questions. Are you a woman working in marketing,
Mhm.
technology, or in MarTech? Or are you a professional working in either of those three fields and you identify as female? If you are neither of those two things, are you someone who is committed to furthering the mission of Women of Martech to promote and amplify the recognition of the power of women? Which means our ally members
Yeah.
don't necessarily identify as female. Now, they don't represent the majority of our membership, but it
Mhm.
is very important that we have an ally membership base because the majority of decision makers and executives and those who are in a position to be mentors and sponsors are male.
Mhm.
So our ally membership is described as anyone who is committed to furthering our mission. And then we also have a student membership. So if you are a student and you identify as female and you are interested in pursuing the fields of marketing, technology, or MarTech, then you can also become a member of our organization.
That's incredible. Well, thank you for that. And do you guys have any upcoming events that people should be on the lookout for?
So Women of Martech, as I mentioned, was launched during the height of a global pandemic.
Yeah.
So we were launched completely virtual. However, as a result of that, what we saw was that there's that really, really common pressure that almost all women everywhere endure. And it's that combination of what they have in their professional lives and what they have in their personal lives. And how do those obligations interact? And when exactly do you go off the clock? Because you
Right.
have the job that you do from 9 to 5, and then you have the
Never.
job that you do from 5 to 9
Yeah.
and over again. So we found that staying virtual actually helped not only to connect our members literally around the globe, but
Mhm.
it also gave our members an opportunity to not feel the pressure to have to rejuggle another aspect of their schedules or feel like they had to say no because they simply didn't have the time or the bandwidth to make themselves physically available for something. So what we typically do is once a quarter, we do a membership meeting that is themed around something centric to our mission of promoting and amplifying.
Mhm.
So what we will have coming up in September and October is a focus on Know Your Worth November, as we get into the season where so many people will be contemplating their annual performance reviews,
Mhm.
bonuses, conversations about potential raises and promotions. What we like to do is bring in a series of career coaches and HR professionals who will speak to different avenues of what you can do to prepare yourself at all levels, no matter what your objectives are, speaking to those audiences really specifically to align them with the things that they need to create an arsenal to head into those conversations armed and prepared to come out and get the results that they want. So we do have some virtual events that we're working on. Our parent association, as I was describing earlier,
Mhm.
PACE,
Pace.
has an incredible in-person conference coming up in October in Nashville. I encourage everyone to attend. There is a Women of Martech promo code that will allow you to attend at a discounted rate, but this association really is everything customer engagement. So I could not do more to want to promote everyone to attend the ACX event. PACE is so committed to bringing in amazing speakers and content. You know, we are so fortunate to be part of the PACE family. That's really exciting. But for us, a lot of our biggest offerings are really about the individual. So we have a series called our Success Spotlights, where we give members the opportunity to either nominate themselves
Mhm.
or to nominate a woman that they know to whom we encourage membership. And in that, we create a super high level Forbes style editorial focusing on the achievements of that woman in a variety of 5 ways. It could either be business and revenue,
Mhm.
process and efficiency, diversity, equity, and inclusion, social responsibility, or quite simply, your career trajectory and this greater story of growth. So we really allow members to take an opportunity to get this incredible publicity and visibility absolutely for free as a 100% member benefit, with great writers and our communications committee to amplify who they are in their professional brand and take advantage of things like that. And then similarly, we have our podcast. And in our podcast called I Decided I Could, So I Did, we feature members like, it's a wonderful name. It's probably one of my favorite things that we've done. We feature members like Tina Dixon, who has launched Queens of Pay Per Call, and allow her to tell her story of her career trajectory and speaking to other women who are business owners, who are business leaders, who are trying to figure out, what do I do next? How do I further amplify the women on my team as I'm trying to help them learn, grow, and develop? So a lot of the things that we offer aren't event-based, and they aren't in person because they're constantly available. And you don't have to worry about navigating your calendar around an opportunity because they are omnipresent. And if you can't do that, immediately upon joining Women of Martech, you're invited to become part of our community Slack channel that has a variety of dedicated channels within that, conversations on DE&I, jobs and careers. We do have a dedicated jobs and careers board just for companies to actively try to connect with more women candidates as they're seeking opportunities. But that's what I love so much, is that a lot of the groups that we partner with and a lot of the groups that we're trying to amplify, they're a little bit more focused on some in-person opportunities and networking, whereas we're really focused on what are the types of programs and resources that need to be available all the time for women, no matter where you are and when you need help.
That's incredible. Awesome. So if people want to get in touch with you, what should they do?
Yes. So I am the executive director of Women of Martech. And the best thing for you to do is head to womenofmartech.com. That's www.womenofmartech.com. On our website, you can find our membership application. Once you submit that application, that is your first step to getting access toward a few of those benefits that I was describing earlier. The success stories that we publish, our podcast spotlights, everything that we do, we focus on members first. So we have incredible relationships with a series of conferences and events, everything from LeadsCon, Lead Generation World, Affiliate Summit, Traffic and Conversion, Performance Live. These groups reach out to us, and when they're looking for speakers, we help to connect them with women who are ready to take the stage, right? So to get advantage of our success spotlights, speaking opportunities, all these types of things that we have, it starts with becoming a member, because that's who we prioritize. We prioritize putting our members first, but you have to submit that application to get started. So that's really what everyone.
Bravery.
And you have to be brave. You have to take action. You know, like visibility starts with
putting your hand.
Yeah. You know, and it's so simple. And it's unfortunate that for so long, you know, the Harvard Business Review came out with a study that spoke about the good girl conditioning that so many women across a number of ethnic backgrounds have experienced, that has just permeated the generations, where you've been told, you know, don't talk about your success, don't be boastful, don't be conceited, be humble, be quiet, be kind. Make sure that you are not being bossy. Make sure that you are not trying to portray yourself above others or better than others. And a lot of that good girl conditioning, unfortunately, has seeped into our professional lives. And an additional Harvard Business Review study went into a number of candidates. They had 100 male and 100 female candidates, and they had them both apply for similar positions. And what they found was, among their female applicants, typically, if a woman identified that she did not feel that she could check off all 10 items of qualifications, if she had any fewer than 8 or 9, she was 75% less likely to apply to that role. Whereas conversely, their male counterparts felt that they were eligible for those same positions with only 3 of the qualifications. So a lot of that good girl conditioning has played into part of why women don't raise their hand with the same fervor that our male counterparts do. And that's what Women of Martech is here to do: provide the resources and the programs and the initiatives that will help women to learn how they can do that better and get the best practices and the tips and the access and the knowledge and the encouragement that is needed alongside that visibility and alongside that recognition that will position them for wherever it is they want to go, whether it's speaking on stage as an industry leader
Mhm.
or joining a board of directors, or quite simply demanding that promotion that you are so overdue for the incredible
Yeah.
work that you have done. But it starts with becoming a member. So I encourage everyone to go to our website. If not, definitely check out our LinkedIn. We have an incredible LinkedIn community as well, but the LinkedIn group is really just the tip of our iceberg.
Nice. Well, thank you so much again for sitting down with us, and we'll have all of the contact information below. Thanks so
Amazing.
much.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. It was great talking with you.
You too.